Hello my Ultrahumans, this is Rachel and this is the Ultrahuman channel where I am here to help you be your best human on planet Earth. And today I am doing a follow-up video to a personal story that I just shared because I was having some thoughts about posture. I have been catching myself in the last several months that I've had a smartphone because yes, this is my first smartphone. I am a Luddite and I held out with a flip phone for a very long time. And since I've had a smartphone, I have caught myself in the chronic trap of all device users of the 21st century, which is this. And this is the worst thing, other than probably 8 hours a day of sitting, that we are doing to our bodies, and probably for that matter our society today. If you want to see the personal story that I experienced with forward head carriage and my chiropractic experience, I'll put a link below. I'm posting that video today as well. But in this video, I just want to share with you a few ways that I have dealt with at home, maintaining my posture, and some things that I had to remind myself of in the last few days because I just realized how much with updating my YouTube channel and everything, I'd really been sitting in front of the computer and on my phone, and the impact that has been having. So, the first thing is get yourself upside down. Now this sounds funny. If you have access or the space for something like an inversion table, or there's even, I think the product is called moon boots, and there's something that you just use in like a door frame. Personally, I'm a lucky person in that I am flexible enough to do one of those yogi postures where I just let my torso hang between my legs, kind of like that. And that's enough for me. I do that on and off for about 5 minutes before bed, and it has made a dramatic difference. I actually figured that particular technique out after having about a week of a neck pain spasm thing, and it got to the point where I was crying before bed because it was like, how am I going to go to sleep? This hurts so bad, and there's no right position to go to sleep in or anything. I have to fix this. I have to make it go away. And that's what a chiropractor does, is they adjust subluxations, which are those misalignments in the spine. And it was the middle of the night, and I didn't have $35 to go see a chiropractor at that moment. So, hanging your torso upside down, and there's a few ways that you could do this. I've tried it because I've tried to make the suggestion to people who are like, well, I'm not as flexible as you, Rachel. Sorry about that. Sounds like that's not going to help. If you can hang over the arm of a couch and maybe have somebody sit on your legs or hold your legs so that you don't feel like you're going to go flopping on your head, hanging over the side of a couch will do this. And one of the other ways, it's not the same because you're not getting that full extension from hanging upside down. But if you have a 90-degree corner, like in a kitchen or something, or I was lucky I had one by the cash register where I used to work, and you just put your hands flat on the counter on either side, and you just kind of let yourself hang like this, and it feels so good. So, first one, spinal elongation. If you can figure out how to get upside down, all that much better. But some way, you just need to stretch that spine up and down. So the second way, and what was making me think of this today was while I was meditating, one of those things in that pre-meditation idea that I was proposing the other day, and I was going back and reading The Zen Way to Martial Arts by Deshimaru earlier this morning, and actually it does explicitly say in there that they consider the first 3 to 5 years of practicing Zazen to basically be a mindful practice of changing the body, and it's like an exercise. So, and I'm definitely still in that phase. I have some really serene moments of being able to put all thought aside, which is fantastic, and it's definitely it's not, I don't want anybody to think that like it's 3 to 5 years of hard work, but it is. But it pays off in the meantime. You don't have to wait that, you don't have to delay gratification that long. But one of the things that you're training your body to do, the way that I imagine it while this is happening, is like there is a string coming out of the top of my head. And if you make this string extend into space like it's lifting you up, then your body's going to be constantly reminding itself to get back into that alignment and to adjust. And one of the reasons I highly suggest, if you're going to develop a meditation practice, actually reading through some of those books I suggested, is that they will teach you how to sit. And that's, do I really need to learn how to sit? Yes, you do. You need to learn how to sit, and how to sit is the second tip, essentially, that I have for getting your posture under control. Now, the third one is going to sound silly, but I am on my smartphone right now making this video, and I didn't get out you should see my tripod rig. It's got a clothespin involved. But the way I'm holding my phone right now, I'm going to be doing my best to practice this more often, but when you're on your phone, either get it on a stand. If you're watching a thing, get it on a stand, set it somewhere so you can look up at it. Or if you have a long text message to send or something like that, hold it up. I know I was just sideways. Hold it up in the air. I'm not even kidding. You're going to look silly. And you know what? That's great. Because if anybody asks, what are you doing? Tell them, you know, I found out how bad it is for my health to be bending my neck down like that all the time. So I'm just trying to use my phone in different ways. And what a fantastic gift you've just given that person. Maybe they can consider doing something that will help alter their own forward head carriage, because it's so ubiquitous these days. Did not used to be. Just 20 years ago, I'm sure chiropractors didn't see everyone that came into their office having forward head carriage. These days is the norm. So those are 3 tips. Get your posture under control. I will also put a link in this description to a video on rounded shoulders. Rounded shoulders typically result in forward head carriage as well. It's from a YouTube channel called Critical Bench. That's a personal training channel. And I've been practicing that as well. Just, I feel like my head carriage is mostly under control, but I've noticed that the shoulder exercises definitely help. And they just help with posture. And if you're familiar with Jordan Peterson and the Lobsters, look that up if you're not. But hierarchical systems, posture is very important. So unround your shoulders, stand up tall, stand up straight with your head back, and you get out there and be your best human.